In America, we have the freedom to say, read, or believe most anything, no matter how distasteful or false some may claim it to be, except that which is illegal. But in recent times, the heavy hand of censorship has become a sledgehammer. Today, we speak about COVID censorship with Del Bigtree. He heads up the nonprofit consumer group Informed Consent Action Network.
My background is I was a CBS producer on the medical talk show The Doctors.
Barbara Lowe Fisher is here from the National Vaccine Information Center.
So I won an Emmy Award celebrating the best that science and medicine has to offer.
Then he says in 2015, he stumbled on an untouchable story. A senior scientist inside CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, said the premier government health agency was committing scientific fraud on studies about vaccines and links to autism. Bigtree made a documentary about what he learned, Vaxxed.
Oh my God, I cannot believe we did what we did, but we did.
The film faced intense lobbying from interests claiming it was untrue and dangerous, and got it canceled from film festivals. Bigtree, the Emmy Award-winning science producer, instantly became controversial.
I mean, we were censored from the beginning. First thing we were going to do was we were going to premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival, and then all hell broke loose when Tribeca announced that our film was there.
Later, the festival pulled it. Was it because of the backlash? Were you surprised that people reacted the way that they did?
I think the movie is something that people should see. There was a backlash which I haven't fully explored, and I will, and I didn't want it to start affecting the festival in ways that I couldn't see.
I mean, just years earlier, Fahrenheit 9/11 was a film that was apparently, basically accusing the President of the United States for bombing the World Trade Center, and that played in every festival around the world.
Or was it the Saudis? Damn, it was them. I think I better blame it on this guy.
You can say that, but you can't do a documentary with a whistleblower saying, yeah, we lied on the vaccine safety study, especially around the MMR. And so getting kicked out of that festival was sort of the beginning of this firestorm around what we were doing.
There was a time in journalism when pretty much anything could be discussed, and we thought it was our responsibility to present different viewpoints, whether we agreed with them or not, whether the powers that be agreed with them or not, because the powers that be are often wrong or have conflicts of interest.
You're right. As a journalist, I thought our job was to always, question the status quo, but also to present to the world other perspectives. Whether we agree or not, in America, we've got this great freedom of speech, freedom of the press, so that we can be educated on not just what our nation believes or what we think the truths are, but what other dictators and people think.
Then in early 2019, Congressman Adam Schiff wrote a letter to big tech companies demanding they take down all material questioning vaccine safety, arguing it's dangerous.
24 hours later, our film was no longer available on Amazon. You couldn't buy it, you couldn't get to it. And, we had YouTube channels, everything just sort of disappeared overnight around that film Vaxxed, along with many books. For me, that's book burning. I mean, that's modern day book burning. That's the same as, you might as well just start dragging books out in the street and burning them.
What do you say to those who say the things that you talk about, and you have such a big following, are just too dangerous, too off the main in terms of what they would say medical mainstream science says, and it could be endangering people, so therefore you shouldn't be heard?
We can never get to a place where we say, the truth is just, you can't handle the truth, right? That's what media is now saying, I think, to all of America. You can't handle the truth.
Well, your critics would say it's not that they're saying people can't handle the truth. They accuse you of not telling the truth. That's a little different.
It's really easy to accuse someone of not telling the truth, but they would have to have proof. None of my accusers will sit down in a debate with me. If I'm so confident that what I'm saying is backed by science, I'll walk into any debate at any time. We're the beacon of light in the world for truth because we're able to see all sides of it and aren't being manipulated to only have one perspective driven by our government. That's what freedom is.
Bigtree hosts the internet talk show The High Wire.